How's it going, dudes? My name is Divik. Welcome to Paleo Ark News. Evo Therizinosaurus is next on the release docket. Theri's saddle has been revealed with heavy Mongolian influences, from horses to wrestling outfits. And no, I'm not even going to try and say that. On top of all that, Theri's textures are getting a massive tune-up. In fact, they already have. Mostly due to the fact that both Dark Edge TV and Loki have improved the craft. So, with that said, of course, higher textures and a different color palette will be happening. And we've already seen that. It will be on screen for you right now. Now, estimations place Evo Therizino arriving in player hands by around Thanksgiving time, which is very exciting for those that have been waiting for more on the Kruger Goose. The roller has also been revealed, which I will play for you now. Check it out. This little animation was done by Soundmaster Mordekaiser and Dr. Penny with, well, the animation itself. And a couple more things here. We're going to continue on. Therizino has gotten a recent look, well, recent enough, with most of its animations being done in the saddle in production, as mentioned before. That release window is looking more and more likely. However, I will remind people that this window could change at any given moment. But for now, it looks like things are on track. Now, we've also gotten a tease of what looks like an alpha variant for Evo Therizinosaurus, which is actually a first for an herbivore for the Paleo Ark team. Now, of course, for base game, there's the Evo Rex having alpha variants of each of its kinds. Alpha Evo Rex, Alpha Turbo, Alpha Legacy Rex, the corrupted Evo Rex, I think. The corrupted, like the malfunctioning, like Tech Rex, that has an alpha variant, as far as I'm aware. But this is a first for Paleo Ark to have a alpha herbivore. So this is actually super cool and opens up the door for many other creatures to get an alpha variant, if that's what it is. In fact, there's some other pictures that, like these right here, that kind of show more of what this creature looks like in the background of this image. You can kind of see it on to the left here. Kinda cool. Now, and we also got to see lovely stuff here with the first artwork into what Theri looks like right now. If I could just go off the handle here for a second. Watching this creature go from that artwork to what we are seeing right now has been a treat. Like, man, the constant changes and, the flow of the model and the feathering looking as fantastic as it does. It's really, really cool. It's really, really stinking cool. And, it is something truly special. Now, for what I mentioned in the previous Ark-related video, the one that's making the rounds right now, yeah, y'all ready? Here we go. There's one more thing that took place. Seeing this one is very, very huge. So as you guys probably know, Depps has been very protective of Paleo Ark and all of its content. For a long time, he was very against any of the Evo TLCs coming to official. Like, at all. Mainly because undesirable mod developers will alter them in some way if they got their hands on the models and, do stuff with questionable intentions. That's what I'm getting at. That aside, if negotiations with Wildcard go well, and Depps agrees, we could be seeing the Evo TLCs come to official. With the increased interest in the TLCs happening literally every time a TLC, a creature comes up, this is something that was bound to happen. Now, what does that mean for the Evo TLCs as far as the mods are concerned? Well, if you look at the top 5 for which creatures are going to get TLC in the base game, Quetzal is one of them. Now, it will be getting a slight modification, becoming more based on the Skybacks from Dinotopia. And yes, of course, the blessing has been given for that to happen. Giga is, of course, remaining the same, with it having a 50-50 split with the base game Giga TLC. When that happens, this was something that was mentioned in the previous videos. Megalosaurus and Aranio are being untouched by the team. However, Garuga wants to do something with the little spider, so that's very exciting. Well, now that it is locked in as the first base game TLC, this is exciting. Therizino will be getting the same treatment as Evo Giga in the 50-50 split, like what was mentioned before. Now, as far as any other creatures are concerned, Leda Mahadi has gotten a lovely lay down animation, which you can see on screen. This was done by Unalio, or Unalio. I think it's Unalio. I apologize for misspeaking on your name there, sorry. As well, Evo Oviraptor has finally gotten a public appearance not too long ago. This artwork was done by Dot Sav. Super, super cool. You'll love to see it. I love it that there is sexual dimorphism between the male and the female. Like, come on, that's really stinking cool. And is there anything else? No, not really. Hey, so editing Divik here. So we do actually have one more thing, and that is the size comparison between the vanilla Therizino, the Evo Therizino, and the Evo Rex. Now, this thing is about 20 to 25% larger than the vanilla one, and it still has the same stats: drag, weight, physics, capsule component, aka going to the tech cave, dino gates, going to boss arenas, all that good stuff. The same second verse, same as the first. The first being the vanilla Theri. Now, the main difference you're going to notice when you get Evo Theri in your hands is that it's going to hit a bit slower, but it does hit a little bit harder, resulting in roughly the same DPS as Ark's base Theri, just a teensy bit more. Now, the reason it was made larger is because, well, it's to match in style with base game, because Giganotosaurus, Karcha, Tyrannosaurus Rex, Spinosaurus, Eutyrannus, Allosaurus, and even Carnotaurus are bigger than most herbivores for some reason. And they are and herbivores, as you probably are aware, were pretty stinking big. Edmontosaurus, for example. So, Theri and Ark is a complete powerhouse despite its smaller size. So, Evo Theri is going to match that. So, with that in mind, as you can see on the picture, that Evo Theri scales with Evo Rex perfectly as they would in real life, which is super, super cool. Now, honestly, I like this. It's also giving Dominion a little bit with their Therizinosaurus and Rexy being around the same size as each other, which is really, really cool. I love it when creatures are at least somewhat realistic, and this kind of matches very, very well, I would say. But yeah, that is it for this one. I hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, drop a like, subscribe if you're new, all that fun stuff. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And don't worry, I'll see you guys all tonight. Have a good one.